Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are good. I came across a video where this man was actually threatening people. And I am asking what the hell is wrong with these people. Now, so some of these people actually knew their history, but you all remember how they are very quick to tell black people about reverse racism. There is what I have noticed about them. That is reverse history. The things that happen to people, they twist it upside down and say it happened to them. Because tell me how this person is saying that people are invading their soil. Which particular soil are you talking about? Because you people are settlers. Sincerely speaking, some of these people should be swept off. When I say sweep off, taken away. Take them all away because they are in another person's soil, claiming it is their soil. It is actually him coming out to tell people that it is time they start sending people to their maker. What do you mean by that, brother? And guess what? People did not take that lightly, and they all reported his account. They banned his account. The fact that people think it is okay to throw in somebody or to say some certain kind of things about human life. No, you do not have any right to do that. And the authority should be saying things like this because that is a no-no for me. Let's get into
I'm just enjoying my coffee thinking about this day because we've been waiting on this a long fucking time. You know, my grandfather, his father, hell, even his father, they all fought in war for this place. It's cool. Y'all are fighting for what you think is right. We fought for it. Y'all fight for it. But y'all ain't gonna win. See, we established this place a long fucking time ago. And for hundreds of years, it's been ours. What y'all are doing is invading our fucking soil. We have every right to send you to your maker. So if y'all think on that date you're gonna come and riot over here in front of my house, you ever heard of stand your ground law? We won't be shooting beanbags.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Just on a literal sense, you realize if you go out and do anything to anybody, this video then becomes evidence, right? And I'm making sure that it becomes evidence by tagging you in it. That way, whoever you harmed, all they got to do is look at your social media and see, oh, this motherfucker plotted to hurt these people. That's a literal sense. In a figurative sense, you used an awful lot of we. You didn't build shit. You didn't establish a fucking thing. I don't remember seeing your face in any of them paintings with Washington and Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin. I don't remember seeing your face. Oh, there's Washington, Jefferson, Samuel Adams. Oh, look, it's Patriot fuckboy. I don't remember seeing you do that. The fuck did you establish? My grandfather and his grandfather and it. You didn't. Did you fight? Did you? I don't remember hearing about you storming the beaches of Normandy. I don't remember hearing you at Quezon. Were you at the 36th parallel between North Korea and South Korea in the 50s? Because I don't remember hearing about you. The fuck are you talking about? Boy, you patriot people are the lamest motherfuckers on the planet. Y'all are that cousin that continually sticks his finger in his booty and sniffs it. The only reason we have to hang out with y'all is because your mama and our mama are sisters. Fuck, here he comes. Shit. Patriot. Man, I don't like talking to him, man. Every time I take him someplace, he always want to go to be violent and sniff his own booty crack. Fuck. Here you come. Patriot, man. Be been ready. It is Father's Day weekend. Do you put this much motherfucking passion into raising some kids? Your own, some stepkids, a couple of kids in the neighborhood, anything? And I don't mean, hey, Timmy, Look at you walking. Now I'm gonna take your ass out in the woods so you can blow Bambi's mommy's brains out. I don't mean that. I mean, do you take, hey kid, let me teach you how to tie your shoes. Hey kid, let's learn how to read. Hey, poop on the potty, yay! Nope. I bet you got a whole arsenal. Like you gonna take down the federal government that has a predator drone that the motherfucker that operates it can be in his fucking drawers and blow your life out of existence. It can Thanos snap your ass from their bedroom. Do you put this much patriot man passion into loving your fucking wife? You know, hey, I love you. Great ass. Probably not. You ain't riding out in front of my house. Who the fuck coming to your house? Hey, I know we all protesting and everything, but let's go to Patriot Fuckboy's house. We can go to his house. We can protest in front of his shit. States don't vote. I don't give a fuck how much red you put on a state. The state don't vote. Everybody in the state ain't living and thinking like you are, Patriot, Bond Patriot, fuckboy. Ain't nobody thinking like that. Patriots Unite, it's our weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. You understand, if you don't do any violence whatsoever, then your life is like worthless. Now that you done sat here, I got my coffee. Hold on, let me get my coffee. It's so great coffee. I can't wait to Patriot Man with my coffee and an AR-15 in my booty cheeks. If you don't bust a grape in a fruit fight this weekend, your life is completely a failure. Because you sat your dumb ass out there and made this fucking video, and if nothing happens, then what the fuck did you make the video for? 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. States don't vote. Nobody gives a fuck about a red state. Because there's blue people in those red states. There's blue cities in those red states. There's blue counties in those red states. And there are a lot of people that look just like you that don't believe in a motherfucking thing that your ass is talking about. They don't. They genuinely don't believe it at all. In fact, they're embarrassed that your ass share the same lack of melanin. What the fuck is it with you violent ass motherfuckers? We established this long ago. You didn't establish a motherfucking thing. You are the product of two hardworking people who had vigorous fucking to create your ass. You established a place in mom's womb. That's it. And your life obviously must be worthless because you're making these dumbass videos. Real gangsters move in silence. Ever heard of that? I have yet to hear anybody who does real violence be on a goddamn video. There's some people that do violence and still brag about it and their ass get arrested by the goddamn police. You about a simple mind Simon motherfucker, ain't you? Do us a favor. This weekend, if you have children, go be a fucking dad. Go be Pop. Go be Paul. Go be that. Stop worrying about whether or not a bunch of motherfuckers are using their fucking First Amendment rights to free fucking assembly and free speech. Because guess what, jackass McGee? While you're over here establishing shit, there was something called the First Amendment established. That means whether you like it or don't fucking like it, anybody that goes out on them streets this weekend, it's their right to do so. And I don't give a fuck if you like it, Patriot, Bond Patriot, fuckboy, or the President of the United States. You see, that's what I served for. The right for people to protest. I don't have to agree with it, but they have a right to do so. You out here talking about, you ready for everything except being a fucking grown adult in a world, in a country filled with diversity. I bet you if I said DEI right now, you'd run away from this fucking video. Simple Simon ass mother.
This is going to be a follow, unfollow, or block me type of a situation. And if you don't like cussing, this is where you want to click off. I keep seeing these videos from former Trump supporters about how they regret their vote and they've woken up. And then I keep seeing all these videos from independents and Democrats that we should be welcoming and be kind and be understanding. Let me say this with my whole fucking chest. Fuck no and fuck you, and here's why. I don't forgive you, and I never will. And this is where most of you are going to click the fuck off because you don't want to hear the hard truth. This isn't about one policy or one mistake, the way you're trying to make it seem. This is about a man who ripped the soul of our nation in half. While you stood by in a MAGA hat, he poisoned our culture. He mocked, bullied, and threatened anyone who didn't swear absolute loyalty to him. Like a fucking dictator. He stoked a rage inside of people that gave fascists and racists permission to come screaming out of the fucking woodwork. But that wasn't enough for you. You voted for him not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. Now you want back in because something finally touched you? Because now your rights, your family, your life is somehow threatened? You didn't care when he said he was going to carry out mass deportations. You didn't care when he vowed to dismantle our goddamn government. You didn't care about the environment, women's rights, civil rights, or even fucking democracy itself. Simultaneously called yourself a fucking patriot. You didn't care about honor or decency. You supported a man who was brutally unkind, who hates the poor, hates anyone that's not white. You called yourself a fucking Christian while supporting it. You watched this fucker orchestrate an insurrection, but that wasn't enough for you because you still showed up. Now, when the flames are licking your fucking porch, you want to come stand behind our shield? Same fucking snowflakes you've been mocking for a decade? Now we're supposed to welcome you? You put the bullets in Trump's gun. I want you to stay regretful. I want you to live in that discomfort every motherfucking day. The same way that every person you voted to hurt is gonna live in it. You don't get applause from me or from anybody on my side for pointing out the fire when you lit the fucking match. Don't come to us for comfort. Damn sure don't expect trust, because 4 years and a better Republican candidate, your ass is gonna vote red again. And even if you do vote blue, do not think for one goddamn second that you voting blue in a future election erases the fucking hatred and destruction that you have unleashed on this country. We don't need you to feel better about yourself. That's not our job. We need you to make it right without asking for absolution. So no, you will never get absolution from me or anybody like me. You will get spun around and pointed at a fucking mirror. You will get it from yourself by showing up every goddamn day to undo the damage that you have done. By confronting your own community, by speaking out and standing up against the same spineless piece of shit politicians that you supported and helped put into office. You want to unfuck this nation? Earn it with your actions, not your fucking words.
And that is the moment I realized that all of y'all shit is performative. Every one of you shit-kicking, boot-wearing, cowboy hat-wearing motherfuckers. All that MAGA bullshit, all that patriotic fuckery. That is when I knew it was all bullshit. All performative. If you gave a fuck about Lincoln Riley, you wouldn't be doing this. There's the easiest one. There's the fucking easiest one. Easiest one. If you gave a fuck about Lincoln Riley at all, you wouldn't be doing this. How would you like it if somebody in your family was murdered brutally, and then people used the last gasp of this person to make videos out of? Be a little bit upset, wouldn't you? My grandma was killed by a carjacker. Oh, really? Let me use the sound that your grandmother was making when she was killed by this carjacker to make a fucking point. Number one. Number two, if you gave a fuck about Lincoln Riley, you would also give a fuck about Lincoln Riley's family. The fact that a lot of them don't like the fact that y'all have been using their family member to make some score some sort of a political point. But fuck them, right? Gotta get a dig at the libs. If you gave a fuck about Lincoln Riley, you would also give a fuck about other women who are in situations where they could be harmed. Some of them, a lot of them actually, look just like you. And all you're doing is re-traumatizing women who have survived domestic abuse and violence, like the women that will be watching your video. Guess you don't give a fuck about them hoes, huh? If you gave a fuck about Lincoln Riley, you would also give a fuck about any person being harmed or killed. And that includes the school shooters who take the lives of school children. That includes families who have been killed and broken apart or unalived by other shooters or pewers. I guess this one girl gets all the let's use her voice, but we don't want to use the voice of people who were unalived and taken off the census by somebody who might have an arsenal just like you look like you do. This is why I said your Christianity is ass. All of it. Whatever Jesus y'all believe in, he's not Jesus. He's Rambo with holes in his hands and a crown of thorns. This is how I know y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all will use anybody, and that includes people who look just like you, to score political points. Then as you get older, you realize, yo, that was really fucked up. I was really fucked up when I said that. Probably after your kids find out that you did it. Now you got apologies. It was a different time. I was talking politics, blah, blah, blah. If you gave a fuck about the victims like Lincoln Riley, you would make goddamn sure that what happened to her never happens to another person. And that includes the person sitting in the White House, which is the only reason you're doing shit like this in the first place. You know, that adjudicated rapist, the criminal with 34 felony convictions, the person who has 23 credible accounts of essaying women, the guy who had to pay $83.3 million to E. Jean Carroll because after he raped her, he then lied about it and defamed her. Oops. My bad. Did you forget about him? You probably forgot about him. You don't give a fuck about Lincoln Riley. None of you do. None of you do. All of you use the exact same dumbass script, the exact same dumbass sound to make the exact same dumbass point. It's almost like talking in an echo chamber. A bunch of people in an elevator farting and smelling each other's farts. And do you know who gets hurt? The family of Lincoln Riley. The friends of Lincoln Riley. You don't give a fuck about them though, right? Right? If it hadn't been Lincoln Riley, y'all would have found another dead white girl killed by a Mexican or a black or somebody else to do the exact same thing, because quite frankly, y'all don't give a fuck about Lincoln Riley. In fact, for some of you, her murder was the best thing you ever did in your life or ever heard of in your life, because it gives you a chance to dangle it over people's heads rather than genuinely showing remorse for what happened, seeking justice from the guy that did it, and making her death something that sparks a movement that protects everybody who faces either domestic violence, violence outside of the home, and things of that nature. But you don't give a fuck. But I guess you own the libs, huh? At the cost of your eternal fucking soul.
This is all I got from this video, and guess what? They banned his account. And I love it. The fact that I didn't know why, I mean, like, you all can see all that has been going on since after this man became the president. It's like the open door for them somehow. And a lot has really been happening. But this is actually what they love. And this has always been them. It's not like it has not been them. It has been them. This is who they have always been. So he knew a little bit of his history and then decided to twist the history upside down, because that is what they know how to do. For him to say that their country is already invaded, right? Who invaded his country? So, which means he knew that they invaded other people's country, privacy and all that, took it away, and it became theirs. Because there's no how you will be saying that without knowing. So this is more like the way they tell Black people, reverse racism. Who invaded your soil? Let me start with that. They have every right to send who to whose maker. This, I don't understand sometimes. This is actually a threat to human life. And this should not be taken for granted. And I love the fact that people immediately put him on blast and they ban his account. Because you don't sit out and throw in people's life without having the result of what you began for. That is uncalled for. That is to tell you how silly majority of these people are. They do not mind, they don't mind just a few minutes or a few seconds fame that will put them in trouble. Check around, majority of them that have done some silly things. Most times the video they made is not even up to 1 minute, and that is it. And that will put them in trouble for the rest of their life. Some end up not getting jobs, some end up not even their business down. I really don't know who trained majority of them, because there are some things that I hear and see people come out online to do, and I am like, who raised you? And this particular one, there is need to ask who raised you. Sometimes when you see sometimes I expect adults to behave better than younger ones, but it looks like the younger ones are more educated, not really even more, they comport themselves more than the older people. Because tell me how a silly man will come out on the internet to somebody. Like the woman said, I am not going to lie. Anything that got to do with being in community with people that support these people, I don't care. I don't know. I don't know for you, but for me, I already cut some people off, and that is it. Actually, there is a video that I saw yesterday. It's, a Latino man who actually entered into, he is not in military, in order to save his parents. So while he was serving, they deported his parents, right? So the comment section, people were trying to show sorry about what happened to you and all that, which is what any human being would have done, or better still, you don't want to say anything, you move out. And I saw a name that said, you should have come legally, right? That is insensitive. And guess who said that? I am so sorry, but sometimes I just have to say the truth. It's actually an African person that said that. Should have come legally. Sometimes some things are easier for some people, but it's not as easy as you think for other people. That doesn't mean that your life is better and all that. But sometimes, even if you don't have anything to say, just move away. Because the people that made you, that gave you the opportunity, that made life easier for most Africans that migrated to United States, Black people made it possible for every one of you to sit down today and enjoy majority of the rights that you all are enjoying. So first of all, go and appreciate Black people first before coming to look for somebody that is legal or illegal. I am going to draw the curtain here. Bye for now.